All right, so I want to do a quick update, profit report, revenue report, and a full kind of overview of exactly what I made in my third full month drop shipping on Facebook Marketplace, okay? So we're just gonna jump into it. I made 727 sales in the month of June. So no real hiccups in the month of June, although one of the main things that kind of hindered me is I did take a vacation, so I had to shut it off for a little bit, and so that obviously hindered my sales, and I didn't actually hit my target. My target was $10,000. I came somewhat close to that. Overall, I ended up making a net profit of $7,748.84. Mainly, I think I would have gotten a little bit closer to $10,000 profit if I didn't turn it on vacation mode and stop doing sales on one of my main accounts for about 4 to 5 days, right? So that was a big hindrance. If you kind of assume like 200 to 300 bucks, I'm probably a day there. I'm probably pretty close to that 10K mark, right? So I'm gonna go through all the numbers here in a second. Right now, I'm gonna set the goal of $12,000 profit next month. I have one vacation that's 3 to 4 days in the next month, about 2 weeks from now. So that obviously is something that I'm considering, like, do I trust one of my VAs to list and fulfill all my orders so I can go completely hands off and see how that goes? Obviously, the benefit of that would be that, like, I don't have to be in my business and then my VAs can handle pretty much everything now, right? The drawback of that obviously is that, like, if they mess up, well, it can blow up pretty severely, right? And my metrics would get shot. I have unhappy customers, and then I have to kind of piece everything back together, and it's more of a headache, right? So I still haven't weighed the options of whether I'm gonna go back on vacation mode for my next vacation this month, or if I'm gonna have my VAs do that for me. But that's something we'll obviously, deal with as it comes. So, like I said, I made 727 sales in the month of June, and I ended up spending $25,544.56. I ended up pulling in revenue-wise $33,239.51. This is just strictly Facebook Marketplace too, by the way. That's a profit of $7,748.84 for an average margin of exactly 30% a sale, okay? So what is that average profit margin of sale? Well, if you take $7,748.84 and you divide that by, 727, it's an average profit margin of $10.65 a sale, right? So I'm not doing anything special here. I don't have like some secret that, like, I'm not telling anybody. Literally the same exact things that I've created in video tutorials on this channel that I've put out there publicly is exactly the same sourcing strategies, exactly the same listing strategies, exactly the same strategies with VAs that I'm doing. I'm not doing anything special, right? My main goal here is just I find good listings, right? So obviously you want quality products. You can't just list in volume if your products suck, right? It doesn't matter if you have tens of thousands of them, they're all gonna suck and they're not gonna get sales, right? Same thing with your prices, right? So you have to have good products. You have to have competitive prices to a certain degree. On Facebook, obviously, you can have higher prices and they still tend to sell. I typically mark mine up about 40% and then slowly drop them down with Z-Drop, which is also something I've talked about on this channel. And then I have my VA literally do everything for me, right? Now, one of the things that I did not include there, right, is it was a $7,748 profit month for me, but I ended up paying $1,600 to my VA to pretty much do all my listing for me. And that's not just one VA, that's the Amazon VA as well. So there's 2 VAs there. But in my business, that's what I ended up paying there, right? So if I estimate maybe 1,000 of that was the Facebook Marketplace VA, then more realistically, my take-home profit is only $6,748, right? Because I ended up paying my VA $1,000 to do all the listing for me, right? But I like it, while that profit margin isn't that great, it might be great for some of you, it might not be too impressive for others, right? It's pretty hands-off at this point, right? I find good listings, which doesn't take me long at all, and I will link 1 or 2 videos of how I actually go through that process to find good listings, what I look for, how I source good products, down at the bottom of the description. I'm not doing anything secret. Literally what I say in those videos is exactly what I do, right? And then it's a volume game. Once I have the quality of the listings, then it's just a volume, list more, right? So how do I do that? Well, you leverage software and other people's time. So I leverage ZDrop as the software. I hire somebody else, my VA, who then lists for me using Splashtop on my computer. I have one person right now literally listing on Facebook Marketplace using Splashtop. I've talked about that in past videos. I'll try to drop the Splashtop tutorial down at the bottom of the description. Didn't get much sleep last night because I was up doing stuff, so I can't really talk today. So I'll link that for you guys. At the same exact time, somebody's also doing my product research on Amazon, right? So for all that profit, and that profit is just right now Facebook Marketplace. Amazon's not even close to that yet, although it's scaling and getting multiple thousands. So I'm excited. Once I obviously scale that, I'll give a full profit report of that side of the business as well, right? But I don't really do anything. As you can see, I'm getting ready to go golfing in like 30 minutes, right? I'm just trying to bang this video out because I want to get something out for you guys because I haven't put a video out in a while because I've been so busy with the drop shipping, right? And so it's pretty hands off at this point for about like $7,700 profit, or more realistically, like $6,700 profit for Facebook Marketplace specifically, because they do all the listing, and then when I wake up, I just fill all the orders, and then I move on with my day for the rest of the stuff for my business, right? And same thing with the Amazon, right? Like the Amazon person just does all the product research for me, finds all the products, compares them. I get them in a spreadsheet, and then I literally do a little bit more research on them, which takes me exponentially less time. And then after that, I just list them to Amazon and they make sales, right? So I've built systems out for both of these things where like I can train people with the same tutorial video. They go down a checklist. It's like, if this, then this, right? Well, it's kind of different for both of them, but the key here is build a system, train somebody to follow that system, and then it's pretty hands off, right? So while the take-home profit at the end of this month wasn't close to $10,000, because like I said, after spending $1,000 on my Facebook Marketplace VA, it was really only a little under $7,000. I do see myself scaling to 10 to 12K profit after expenses this month. I don't see any reason why I can't, pour the metaphorical gasoline on that with a little bit more listings, smarter listings, getting tax exempt with some other suppliers, which is definitely a major thing with the profit. I've probably left $2 to $3 grand at least on the table profit wise, not being tax exempt with a couple of different suppliers there, although I am with other ones, so that's another key factor there. But that's just spitballing off the top of my head. Again, spent a little bit over $25,500, ended up pulling in a little bit over 33 grand, and ended up net profit a little bit under $8,000, and then obviously a little bit under $7,000 after I spent $1,000 on my Facebook Marketplace VA, okay? And that's an average profit margin of 30% and an average profit of $10, a little bit over that per sale, okay? Really hope that helps, guys. Like I said, I'm not doing anything special. Check the tutorials down at the bottom of the description if you want to figure out how I actually go about sourcing these products, how I look for, in-demand products that are already somewhat proven on the marketplace, and I use all those strategies that I talk about in those videos. If you're looking to build a system and hire a VA, I don't recommend that you use a VPN or anything like that, or a proxy. I recommend that you use a screen mirroring software like TeamViewer or Splashtop. So I will link that tutorial for Splashtop down at the bottom of the description as well. So hope you guys like it. If you appreciate the honesty and value in this video, give it a thumbs up. I genuinely appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.